Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This video is Venus in Pisces. So I started this Venus series a year ago and I'm finally on the last video. So I always like to change things up in between videos. It helps me kind of tap into the new energy. I've got my essential oil roller here. Yeah, so I am sitting here in my room. A nice, beautiful summertime thunderstorm is rolling in and it's got me feeling all romantic. So I thought, what better day than today to finish this Venus series off. And you, Venus and Pisces, are my last ones. And I'm already feeling so much love in my heart with this video and this energy, this way of being when you have your Venus in Pisces. Can you hear that? So your Venus sign in astrology, your Venus placement is going to reveal to you your style of love, your ideal style of relationships, how your feminine energy, whether you're a man or a woman watching this, or watching this for a man or woman who has their Venus in Pisces, how you feel safe and most aligned to experience pleasure in your life, delight, joy, expansion, playfulness, creativity. What kind of flavor do your most ideal love relationships take on? So when you have your Venus in Pisces, you have your Venus in a water sign. Venus loves being in Pisces. She really loves being there, I find. Because Venus is the feminine, the beauty, the depth, the creativity, and Pisces is deeply creative. Pisces rules over art and music and dance and all of the Neptunian elements of life, dreaming and creativity and imagination. So it's quite a romantic placement. I wouldn't be surprised if you find yourself to be a very romantic person. And I want to tell you, no matter who's told you, or if anyone has told you that, if anyone's told you you're living in a dream world, that love can't be like that a romance like the one you desire doesn't exist, I invite you to scrap that, because it does. And how do I know it exists? How can you know it exists? Because you are that. If you feel that and you desire that and you live in that way, it must exist because you're seeing it in real flesh form in yourself. So I guess that's the first thing I'd really like to share with you guys, you Venus and Pisces folks, is that this kind of love you desire, this romance, this beauty, this depth, are you living your life in that way? Are you creating space for your dreams, for your imaginations, for your hopes and wishes? Are you treating yourself that way? Pardon the noise, I live right on an intersection, so hopefully this helps cancel out the sound, but gotta make do. When you really live in that way, and commit to living in that way, you will become this magnet to attract other people and opportunities and experiences that also match that frequency. So how can you do this? I think some great practices and vibrational expanders for you Venus and Pisces people are anything that takes on that Neptunian quality, like writing poetry, reading poetry, learning an instrument, keeping a dream journal, dancing, and to the extent you feel comfortable, really enjoying these things and letting yourself be seen and enjoying these things. I often find that our Venus sign, since it's our connection to love and beauty and relationships, first and foremost, it's our relationship with ourselves, right? Because we have to be fulfilling that first within ourselves. And then we can meet matches who can support that and who we can support. But if we're outsourcing our own Venus energy to another, it's always going to end in disappointment. Because it's about first connecting to your own heart, your own love, the relationship with you. But then being seen in that. So maybe you share your poetry. So maybe you dress in a way that feels really fantastical and mythical and magical. Or you let yourself wear jewelry. Like, what are ways that you can be the romance? How can you be the romance? How can you fall in love with your own life? Like I've got a Saturn in Pisces, so I really adore the Pisces energy, and even just seeing this rain fall through the sky and seeing it through the slitted curtain, there's something so transcendent about it. There's something so beautiful about these really natural things in life that we can take for granted. You know, the rain is falling from the sky and it's feeding the trees and they're looking wet and luscious, and I see people like walking down the road, and I know when I've been caught in the rain, and sometimes it's a really horrible moment and sometimes it's this beautiful moment of letting go. Like looking for the deeper beauty in life is something that you're really good at, Venus and Pisces. You can find the beauty in mostly anything, and especially in things that a lot of people would find quite painful or challenging or hard. You're a natural poet. Venus and Pisces, I just think of poetry. I think of the poetry of life. I think of the beauty of life. And in love, that's what you desire. So in partnership, in relationships, I want to go into this a little bit, how you can find most support and what's most aligned for you, Venus and Pisces. I would say that, and of course, this depends on the rest of your chart. There are many multitudes to you, and the kind of phase that you're in right now and what you're experiencing. But on a base level, I would say that you would do really well with another Venus sign who is also water, because your emotions go very deep. You feel a lot, you experience a lot of feeling, that you can find that you're really met by another who's got quite emotional love style. And emotional often gets a bad rap collectively. There's a lot of stigma around that word, but emotional is to feel emotion. It's energy in motion. To be able to emote and express and feel is so much of what makes you guys you. So being with another person who gets that part of you can be really beautiful. Or someone who maybe has a Venus Earth, because then they can kind of hold the structure. They can be the grounding for your waters to run through. They can be the channel for your waters to fill and make the creek. Like, that can be a really beautiful thing too. Someone who is maybe more grounded, but they love your emotional depth and your romance and your dreaminess, and you bring that to the table in the partnership. You're able to overflow and bring your love. But with, most Venus and water signs, it's really about your own emotional mastery. And I'm a Venus and water too, so this has been a big part of my own journey. And I love love. I'm a Libra, and I love love in all its forms. And the more you can deeply love and accept yourself and become friends with your own emotion and your own heart, your own emotions and your own heart, the better love is going to be, because you're loving yourself. So stop. If you find yourself wanting to outsource your love from another, and say, how can I feel more love with myself in this moment? How can I be in love with life in this moment? And when you're in love with life, because your love is so expansive, having that watery element in your love, it's expansive. It wants to fill the room. It wants to fill the world. So learn how to fill your own world with love. Learn how to let that expansive love take you to these deep states of connection to life, to nature, to beauty, to the ocean, to spirituality. And then with people, romantic partners, friends, family, they can be beautiful additions rather than the one thing. Because that can be really overwhelming. People can feel like they drown in your love. And that can sometimes be intoxicating, but also terrifying. Drown yourself in your own love. Drown in the love of life. Find ways that allow you to tap into the bigger meanings of love, the deeper meanings of love, and have outlets, have creative expressions, and then really value those connections that you do feel can meet you and who are either ready and willing to explore love with you in all of that emotional magic, or who really value your love and can bring like a container and more of a structured approach. But there is a really deep romantic essence to you, Venus and Pisces. You do really well when you channel that Venusian energy into some kind of creative passion and hobby. It can even be something that you're really successful at career-wise. This would depend on your house sign, your house and your sign and other parts of your chart. If you want to know more about that, I do offer personal readings. You can check out below. But really, that's what I have for you guys today. And I'd love to hear how this resonated with you. If you connect, if you have more to add to this, let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. It helps out my channel and it'll keep you up to speed with all the videos I share here. So that's all, Venus and Pisces. Thanks for being here. Keep loving that romantic soul of yours. Keep enjoying, keep feeling, and find ways that inspire you to express that beauty and that passion. Thanks for being here. I'll see you on the next video.